Yes then YouTube, a personal favourite formation of mine, a formation that has been famous for many a year ever since my hero Kurt0411 made it popular on FIFA 18 Pro scene. Yes, that is the 4-4-2. But before we get started guys, if you want to drop a like on today's video for me, let's hit 100 likes on this video actually. Yeah, let's see if we can do it. Let's hit 100 likes. Drop a comment down below on some different formations or just any comment, any question that you do have for me. And also please hit that subscribe button to my channel. Most of you that are watching this video aren't subscribed to my channel, so let's change that. It's free to do so, bottom right. So YouTube, the 4-4-2, I've always absolutely loved the 4-4-2, and you can see I am on my road to glory as well, because I'm sick and tired of the comments saying, you don't need custom tactics if you pay to win team. Yeah, shut up, I do want a road to glory as well, mate. Get better at the game, honestly. Anyway, so yeah, we are on the road to glory today. And by the way, for all of you people do saying that, I literally get pretty much the same results, rank 1, rank 2 on my road to glory as I do on my pay to win as well. So it really isn't a team. But before we get started, for your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins, please do check out mmohp.com. Link is down in the description below. Use the code WOLF at a checkout for 5% off your order. So yeah, YouTube, the 4-4-2, I absolutely love it. I've always called it, along with like the 4-2-3-1, your absolute bread and butter of a formation on FIFA. It's got everything. You've got the 2 central midfielders, you've got 2 strikers, you've got the left and right mid providing your width, you've got players everywhere in the pitch, you're hard to break down, it's Brexit ball, it's Sean Dyche ball. It's an OP formation, really, YouTube. That's all I can say. So yeah, you will see though, on my road to glory, I know you're probably going to call me mad. I do actually play Pedro in left centre mid when I'm on my road to glory. There is method to that madness that you will see in the player instructions. So yeah, the 5-5 of Pedro really does help with that. So anyway, without any further ado, that's how I set my team up. Eto'o up front with El Shaarawy, Garrincha on the right mid, Alawari in left mid, Pedro and Locatelli, 2 central midfielders, and then of course back 4 and goalkeeper, pretty obvious. So, custom tactics aren't on the screen because I wouldn't use... you probably could just use balanced 50. Yeah, YouTube, would you want to see me use that? By the way, quickly, before you start, the way I just looked at that, would you want to see me use them as a custom tactics? Just, like, literally no custom tactics. Just vibe it one day for a video and let's see what it does. But yeah, anyway. So, the defensive style, funnily enough, as I've just said that I don't use that, is actually balanced. You don't want to be using, YouTube, press after possession loss or pressure on heavy touch when using a 4-4-2. I just don't think it works because the 4-4-2 is actually, it's not the easiest formation to defend within the world. So, because you've got 2 central midfielders rather than 2 traditional CDMs that you'll have in like a 4-2-2, a 4-2-3-1, stuff like that. You do have 2 central midfielders, so they are pushed up a little bit higher naturally. So you don't really want to be using pressure on heavy touch or press after possession loss, in my very humble opinion. So I don't, and if I don't, 99% of you people shouldn't use that either. Now the width. You will have seen it in many a video YouTube recently. 35 on the width. Yes, there is method to that madness, YouTube, okay? There really is method to it. Basically, the more narrow your team is, the harder you are to break down, the more compact you are. Your back 4 will be closer together as a unit, so your opposition won't have as many gaps in the defence and the midfield to run through. When you play a switch, it will be easier to play a switch to certain players because they're closer together. There's way too many plus points for you not to use a very narrow width at this moment in time. It's very OP. But, and there is a but, if you are one of these people that doesn't like a narrow width, still use it a little more narrow than it would normally be on the preset 50. Just go to like 45. You won't really notice too much of a difference between the 50. But you will just be that little more narrow, so you will be a little bit harder to break down. But for me, I'm really enjoying 35. I've actually been using 30 on some as well, but I didn't like 30 with the 4-4-2. If you do use anything different, by the way, let me know in the comment section down below what you do use differently. So balance on the defensive style, 35 on the width. The depth, pretty basic at the minute. I haven't really changed this at all in the last... for quite a while now, actually, yeah. And that is 55 on the depth. I'm traditionally a very high depth kind of player. I don't like the high depth at the minute. I'm finding myself getting too caught out in behind, like way too easily, basically. So because of that, 35 width, 55 depth, working absolute wonders for me. And if it's working wonders for me, it'll work wonders for you. Now, the 2 offense, YouTube, balanced and direct passing. Let me know, by the way, in the comment section. Do you use anything different other than balanced and direct passing? I'm actually intrigued because I use balanced and direct passing. I absolutely love it. It's been my absolute bread and butter now for the last 2 years. Really, ever since it came in 2 years ago. But if you do use anything different, let me know, because I've tried everything you can think of. Fast build-up possession, fast build-up forward runs, fast build-up direct passing, fast build-up balance, long ball direct passing. Everything, I've tried everything, and I just can't seem to get along with anything other than balanced direct passing. So let me know if you do use anything different. The width, I actually leave the width on 50. I don't touch the width in a 4-4-2. I like where the left mid and the right mid are already preset. I like that, so because of that, I don't touch it. What's the saying? If it isn't broke, don't try and fix it. So yeah, that's what I use. Players in the box, I use it on every single custom tactics. That is 6. It used to be 7. There's no real method to that madness, but it is 6 now. I just think the more players you have in the box, more likely you are to score a goal. That's kind of just what I think. The more players you have in the box, more likely you are to score a goal. 2 corners and 2 free kicks. So, they're the custom tactics. That's how I set my team up. Let's get into the player instructions. Now, both of my strikers are on stay central, getting behind, and come back on defence. Now, you might think the comeback on defence is a defensive move, and it kind of is in terms of when you don't have the ball. But it's actually an offensive move at the same time, because I want to close this gap here between my 2 central midfielders and my 2 strikers. I don't want a big gap. Kind of like in a 4-2-2. I love the 4-2-2. You have to have your strikers probably on either balanced or come back on defence, or else the gap is just too big between the 2 CDMs and the 2 strikers. It's very similar in the 4-4-2. So I use them, stay central, getting behind, and come back on defence. Now, the left mid and the right mid, they are on come back on defence and get into the box across. I used to have them on getting behind. I now don't anymore. I've found that the get into the box across means that they make forward runs anyway. So the left mid, come back on defence and get into the box for cross, and that is exactly the same on the right mid. There's no, in terms of the get into the box for cross, like with how many players are in the box on the tactics part of the video, there's no real method to it. I just always have it in my mind. The more players I have in the box, the more likely I am to score a goal. The more likely it is that when I have a shot with my El Shawari, for example, on my road to glory, and my opposition keeper saves it. Say I'm shooting across goal, El Shawari shoots across goal, keeper saves it. If Alawarian's in the box, he's there for an easy tap-in, right? That's just the way I look at these things. And I've noticed that I've had a lot of success with the custom tactics when using them and getting to the box cross. So, like I said, if it isn't broke, don't try and fix it. And it works for me. So, because of that, we're rocking and rolling. Now, I use both my central midfielders on cover centre, but I then have one of them. So, for example, my Locatelli is on stay back while attacking. And then my more attacking central midfielder, again, going back to what I just said with the left and right mid, more players in the box, more likely you are to score a goal, right? I then have that central midfielder on getting to the box cross. I want my left central midfielder for me, so my Pedro, to be getting forward into the box, almost playing as like a cam position. And then I want my right centre mid to be staying back while attacking. It doesn't matter if you want to flip that. It's just because of the way I've set my Locatelli being right and Pedro being left. So I use that. It works. So I use it. Stay back while attacking on both of my fullbacks. No real method to that. I just stay back while attacking. I don't need the fullbacks in the 4-4-2. And then comes with crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there, YouTube, is my updated 4-4-2 custom tactics video for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please drop a like. Let's hit 100 likes. Drop a comment down below and hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive attitude. Peace out. One love.